South Dakota Governor Noem joins us now to talk about the impasse. Governor, good to have you with us.
Oh, absolutely, Shannon. Thank you for having me on your show.
I want to read something from Cheyenne River Sioux Tribe Chairman Harold Frazier. He says they only have an 8-bed hospital facility. They don't have ICU. He's very worried about cases coming into the reservation. He says this to you about telling him to take down the checkpoints. You continuing to interfere in our efforts to do what science and facts dictate seriously undermine our ability to protect everyone on the reservation. So, Governor, how do you respond to those concerns?
Well, the chairman and I talk and text back and forth quite often. We've known each other for years. The question is on U.S. highways and also state highways, is that we have a situation where folks are concerned they can't travel through the reservation, that they aren't able to get essential services through, and we want to make sure we maintain access in case people do get sick, that we have the ability to get an ambulance there, that we have the ability to get trucks that have groceries and gas and supplies through. So we're continuing to work together to see if we can find a resolution that can ensure those kinds of essential services can get there, and that folks that live on tribal areas or have property there have the ability to go check on their property and to get home.
Are you hopeful that you're getting closer to that resolution?
I hope so. We've been working on this for a number of weeks, for at least the last couple of months, trying to figure out a pathway forward. So, jurisdiction over U.S. highways and state highways going through tribal areas is with the federal government. And what the federal government and BIA has told the tribes is to work with the state government to come up with a resolution. And so we're hopeful we can get there.
In the meantime, you've had plenty of critics who thought you should have taken a firmer hand, a shutdown, a lockdown there in South Dakota. And you've talked repeatedly about how you trust the people of South Dakota, that your cases are relatively limited other than a hotspot or two there. The AP in a piece seems to hint that what you're doing is trying to suck up to the Trump administration. A resume for future office of virus-tested GOP governor says this. It's drawing criticism even from Republicans in her solidly red state who say she's been slow to lead the response and seems focused on climbing the political ladder, they worry, along with health experts, that the fallout from her decisions hasn't yet been felt. So update us there tonight with how things are going. And are you worried about a curve that will show up at some point that proves your decision wrong?
I've just trusted our people. And frankly, the political attacks are getting predictable and boring. I think overwhelmingly the people of South Dakota knew that I trusted them to make the right decisions, that I gave them strong guidance on what they could do to protect their families in this pandemic, and that we were taking it very seriously. And I think so far we've done incredibly well. We did not mandate that any businesses close. We gave our employers an opportunity to protect their employees and their customers and still make sure that they were putting food on the table. Yet also we have probably the lowest death rate per positive case in the nation. We also have the least amount of job losses when it comes to our workforces. So, we're doing well. The people tell me every day that they understand our state motto. It's under God the people rule, and that they didn't want a leader to come in and universally demand that they do things or face punishment, that they could be trusted, they would take personal responsibility, and overwhelmingly it worked. We bent our curve by 75%. And we have a plan now where we can take care of folks, and we're focused on making sure that our healthcare systems are ready for that should it be necessary.
Well, we know that there were a number of residents and citizens of your state there who were so appreciative. We were kind of chuckling about it, but they threw you a parade where a lot of governors these days are getting protests at the state house and those kinds of things. Your residents, at least part of them, seem very appreciative for the approach that you've taken. And we will continue to watch and see how things play out there in South Dakota. Governor, thank you for being with us.
Oh, thank you, Shannon. I appreciate it.